All right, we are broadcasting from the First World Studios at University Tower. It's the board meeting, and we are officially in session. We have a little bit of a studio audience today of one, so we've told her to be quiet on the during the breaks. No heckling from the studio audience, though she might heckle you, Jane Duker, from time to time. All right, the board meeting. Jane Duker, former Chief of Staff to Governor Holden, local attorney, local gadfly, Jane Duker. Jane, good morning.
Good morning.
State Representative, House Majority Leader, soon-to-be Speaker of the House, John Deal. John, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
The veto session is starting next week?
Yeah, next week.
Next week. We'll talk. We can get a chance to talk about that. And then after the veto session, then you're Speaker of the House, or when are you Speaker of the House?
No, that happens in January.
January.
So we have to go through November elections.
Okay, all right.
In January, there's an election.
And then joining us for the first time is voice of the Billikens, and from WGNU Radio. Good morning, Mr. Bob Ramsey.
McGraw, it's great to be here. I've never snubbed you.
No, you snubbed me.
No, I've never snubbed you. But I'm not above snubbing, and I can almost promise you a snub will come later.
Oh,
Good.
okay. So you would have snubbed me. You just haven't snubbed me.
Yeah, it's just the opportunity hasn't been there.
What?
No, it's a small committee that haven't snubbed you, so that's
I'm
good.
trying to get on board.
There you go. Good.
Are we all done now?
Oh, I just,
Can we now talk about
We
some
can
serious
proceed.
things? Jamilah Nasheed is getting a lot of attention with this clip that she told to the news media. This comes a week after Congressman Lacey Clay on Face the Nation said something very similar to the effect of what Jamilah Nasheed is about to say. Let's play the clip.
We had 100,000 signatures from across the country asking that he be removed. And so it's falling on deaf ears. And as a result of that, you're going to see, and this is only observation, if Bob McCollum stays on the case and he comes with justifiable homicide, it's going to be chaotic around here.
Now, is an elected official basically threatening the county prosecutor and or the people, saying that if we don't get what I want, there's going to be more riots in the streets?
I mean, I think this whole situation is really pretty outrageous. And really, the tone has been set from the top with the governor on down. Let's not forget, a couple weeks ago, the governor went on national media and demanded justice for Michael Brown's family. He called for an immediate prosecution of this police officer. And some of these elements that are out there fanning the flames on this are really playing a very dangerous game. You know, justice is not always quick, and you can't have a thorough investigation and a quick investigation at the same time. I think, as I've been saying for 3 weeks on this thing since it started, everyone needs to let the professionals, let people. There's so many sets of eyes and ears on this thing between the federal Justice Department and St. Louis County. I mean, Bob McCullough is one of the best prosecutors in the state in terms of having to deal with capital crimes. I don't think there's any issue or doubt about that. And there's plenty of people looking over his shoulder on this. The voters of St. Louis County elected him. They didn't elect him to prosecute traffic tickets. They elected him to prosecute things like this. And I think we ought to let the process play out, because we don't know what the facts are. And we were talking just a few minutes ago about a Post-Dispatch article yesterday that hit the wire. It's just completely outrageous. They show a picture of Michael Brown that looks like he's 17 years old in a graduation cap, and it says, here's the headline, quote, "Juvenile court, Michael Brown had no most serious felony convictions or pending cases." Well, what does that mean? He had some felony convictions that maybe weren't most serious?
That is all.
So we're only talking aggravated assault, or assault but not aggravated assault, maybe rape but not murder. I mean, what does that mean?
Jane,
That's all very strange.
this language is really scary, and as John Deal says, fanning the flames is what you don't need right now from leaders.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the benefit of it. I mean, are we talking about justice? Are we talking about revenge? Are we talking about, and I agree with John that there are so many eyes on this. So whatever you think about McCullough or don't think about McCullough, I mean, the feds are all over this. They announced another investigation yesterday that they're going to, investigate the Ferguson Police Department, the whole department for practices. I agree that we need to calm down. Justice is never swift. Good justice is never swift. And I think we need to get a grip on that. And what I think is really tragic is that when you focus on this part of it, and it is important, this case is important, and justice is going to, will prevail. It should prevail. However, it prevents society from looking at all the other issues that are causing a lot of the underlying problems and a lot of the underlying anger here. And so I think the longer you focus on this issue, the less you focus on things like, disparity in healthcare or income disparity or educational problems that are plaguing North County, or that North County has been neglected for decades. And, and all the problems that we all face as a region because of that. And so I think it prevents people from coming together on solutions and really working toward, a better county.
Bob Ramsey.
And it's not her, by the way, it's not her district. It's easy to say that.
I thought part of her district was in there.
No, I think she's all in the city, John. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
it's
not
just
sure how
easy,
much difference that makes. But whether she does it,
but if you're feigning a riot not in your district, that does make it a little easier.
Bob Ramsey.
Pandering to the emotions of your constituency is not leadership. And I'm not in politics like you folks are, but as a consumer of politicians,
hopefully it's not like I'm using them and throwing them out.
Throwing out is exactly what I mean.
You're buying politicians?
Wow.
Bob Ramsey buying politicians.
Are they
Film at
available?
11.
Wait a minute, are they available?
No, consuming them. That's different, right?
But that's not leadership. And as a voter, I look to leadership. And that is not leadership. That is pandering to emotion. And that's not very much good can come out of it.
She should stop saying no justice, no peace. She should start yelling no conviction, no peace. Because they don't want justice. Because justice means the facts come out and what should happen happens. That's justice. But they really want no conviction, no peace. They want a conviction, and without a conviction, then there's going to be no peace. That's exactly what she just said, and that's exactly what Lacey Clay said on Face the Nation 2 weeks ago.
Well, and what I find interesting about that is we have another police shooting in the city of St. Louis on videotape.
Right.
I mean, we know the facts of that one. I mean, that one, you can see the tape, you can see what happened. We don't have all the facts yet in the Michael Brown case, and that's what's happening right now. And I find it interesting that the focus of discussion still, after all this time, has yet to turn to that. I mean, that is a videotape. We know what happened. You can have a valid substantive discussion as to whether, these are appropriate. This is appropriate use of force. Were there other things? Is it possible that something else could have prevented this? And we're not having a substantive discussion about police tactics, and we have the ability to do that. And I'm hoping soon that people turn to that as opposed to,
Well, what about the fact that this 100,000 signatures on this petition to get rid of Bob McCullough, a week before this happened, they had a chance to vote him out of office. So how many people voted against Bob McCullough and also voted for this petition?
Well, I would like
if you
to
didn't
see.
like him, you had a chance to vote him out the week before.
I suspect that these 100,000 signatures, probably 97,000 of them
They went
come
national,
from
right.
Places like wherever, Switzerland, Sweden, New York City.
Are you saying they're like a majority of Twitter followers?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, look at it. This has been an internet campaign, and once again, there's nothing wrong with people
it's the
signing
First Amendment.
petitions
Right.
and saying what their piece is. But we the flames. We have to stop fanning the flames on this in both directions, because really anybody that tells you that they know what's going on here probably doesn't know what they're talking about. Anyone who knows what they're talking about is going to tell you, I don't know what's going on.
And the vitriol on both sides, it's not just one-sided. Right. I mean, I see things on Twitter about Michael Brown and about North County residents that are revolting. I mean, disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And there are real issues in North County that need to be addressed.
Well, there's no
and
question.
Unfairness.
Yeah, there's no question that has long. I mean, where's the outcry over the Normandy School District and all that type of stuff?
Well, exactly. And I want to get to education, healthcare, jobs, economic development.
That's Jane Duker. We've got Bob Ramsey with us and soon to be Speaker of the House, John Deal. Back in a moment. Board meeting continues.